His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali and the team comprising of the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa, Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, Mr. Nigel Darmlal, regional officials, and representatives from the Civil Defense Commission, among others, visited Manchester Village Corentyne earlier today, June 9, 2021, to assess the flood situation. Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa, made these remarks.
President and Comrades, you all know for a fact that our country is experiencing severe flood right across. Whilst you in Manchester here have been flooded out, there are a number of communities across this country that water is almost on the roof level. Region 7, Region 9, Region 8. Yesterday we were in the Cameroon. Yesterday we were in the Maikoni Mahaika Barry Creek. So those areas are flooded out and a number of persons are displaced just like you. As the President rightly said, that we'll be looking at a different period. Immediately we will look at what we can do now, then we'll come back and look at the medium and long term. Last Friday I was in this area at the back there. I met some residents there. I made some commitment that as soon as the water is receded, we will start work and do drainage work at the back there to ensure that the farmers have the kind of facilities, because this area here is a farming community and people depend on these infrastructure for their livelihood, and we will continue to support you. I was here not too long ago at a meeting when we had all the residents in the community attended here, and we will continue to work with communities like these to enhance your livelihood. And as the President rightly said, we are here to give you our support, and he is here. We are very fortunate. The President himself is manning this team to visit across the country, and he's seen himself. And we are hearing directly from the leader of our country that help will be given to each and every one of you here to get back your life to normalcy.
A representative from the Civil Defense Commission also delivered brief remarks.
And we will ensure that the stringent supplies, sanitation hampers, be given to you. We are also working closely with the Ministry of Health to ensure that the care packages. But what's important, you must have representation. There is the NDC, you have to work through the NDC. We cannot take 5 million calls or 1 million calls to get information. It has to come through the NDC, and if you have the CDCs, you come through your CDCs, you come to the RDC, you provide the supplies, and then come to the community affected. And you recognize that in some cases, some people may not receive immediately, but you try to assist those that are most affected. So you have to work with us so that we can help you.
Chairman of the village NDC shared her concerns.
I have an issue where with the RDC, there's so many times things happening in this area that we do not know. And as the CDC man just said, they need to collaborate with us. Persons coming into the area distributing stuff we don't know, right? Another issue is with the machines. We requested machines because we had flood to dig out some of the drains that are clogged. The machine removed without us knowing to go to another area, and the work is not finished. The residents are complaining and they're throwing the blame on us, which we don't have the resources. So I'm asking if we can, these machines can come back to our area to finish the work that it started. And it's not just this is not the first time. Every time a machine comes into this area, it is being removed before the work is completed. And the residents are here to attest to that.
This farmer then expressed the difficulties he is facing due to the floods.
Attentively on our area, it caused us as a farmer to suffer plenty loss. Sometimes you end up in the bank, you got to take loan to go back in the crop. You own that facade for his manure, they support you in all these things. And when they does not respond to your concern, you lose the crop, how are you going to pay back the loan? How are you going to pay Mr. Passad his manure? These are the things that affect a lot of farmers in here and causing us to suffer. The loans them, you got to pay interest on it. Mr. Passad, item, you got to pay interest on it. So when you don't pay about 2, 3, 4 crop, what going to happen? Can you be able to pay back your loan when you lose 3, 4 crop? He said, morning, till you wait, you want him, I said, the next dam. He stands on the dam waiting. The machine did come on the low bed. But he going all of a sudden. He gone back to an area where done dig already and he can't get water for supplying the rice. We lose all the rice of so many crops. What's going to happen to me? How can I go back? I got to go back to the bank again.
This resident also shared his concerns.
We have an issue in this entire industry where, as the chairman rightly said, that things do happen unknowing to us. Now, Mr. President, it is not fair for you dwelling in your office and someone coming to visit your office and you do not know. It is not fair for you within the office that things going on in the office and you ain't know. That is what is going on in our NDC. Mr. President, we could have saved a little like this with the flood. But you know what happened? We have two main drainage canals in our community. Liverpool and Alice. Manual maintenance was done on both of these canals. What they did, take away Liverpool Canal, stop the manual maintenance and allow it to run bankrupt. And wait until the rain fall, flood up, then bring an IMAC to make pathway for the water run. That ain't fair, sir.
He further stated,
we, as the rice farmer, they're crying. If the drainage canal, they get manual maintenance as it should, they wouldn't have been crying so much. I ain't saying that they wouldn't have been crying, but they would not have been crying so much. The last time the agriculture minister paid us a visit, we raised the issue with him, telling him about the maintenance of our drainage canal in Liverpool. He said he would have looked into it. He is here. I would like him to give me an answer.
Another farmer shared these details.
During the harvesting time, we were promised machine to help look after the dam. Up to now, there was no machine attached to help with no dam in this area. We normally at the NDC level, we get a little excavator. The NDC is about 3 miles. Within distance back to front is very huge. Normally they have 10 SIP workers. We asked Mr. Zaman if he could help us to improve the SIP that could help with the maintenance. Because we had an excavator, the excavator go away. And even though if we had 20 SIP workers, will not be enough.
All right.
This poultry farmer also shared the difficulties he is facing since most of his livestock have died.
We have a big drainage irrigation just next to me. I had over 150 duck. I really live about 20. The coke is wet and the coke closed down over 10 years. Over 10 years. In this year, I met with people go around me to the NDC, them nothing. Mr. Zamal then sent a DNA IMAC. Mr. Zamal went there, they opened the coke up. Now they send a machine presently. Now, we asking all the years to just redig the trench from road to Langjan and make both dam. Years. They send people to this machine presently now. I met with the operator to just fix a piece of dam. So just to bring out the load right now, you could come picking. Can't come out. Left in the bag, I'm wrapping. No dam, no drainage. Now the machine, when I ask the machine man for just fit the dam, machine man say a contract to clean stuff, not to dig. When you go in the trench, so much water, the stuff down there. The water stored up in the savannah. We need the coca to fix Wellington Park.
These matters were addressed on the spot. Finally, President Ali addressed the residents.
Not only to help you back with the drainage, but also to see ways in which we can help you to go back to the farm. We have already committed to that, okay? And you will have that, you have that commitment. All across the country, for the farmers, we have to help them. What I want is this country working together. People working together to uplift each other. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else except us working together.
The president and his team visited several other areas in the region. Reporting for Channel 8 News, I am Julissa Hines.